This is how you're going to decenter men and refocus your time, energy, and attention back on yourself and your own joy, instead of constantly prioritizing male validation, presence, or opinion. Plan a solo date. Fancy dinner, spa day, museum visit, and dress up for you and nobody else. Start a no male gaze fashion experiment. Dress however you want and not for male attention. Turn off dating apps for a month and watch how much more free time and headspace you suddenly have. Make a hot girl hobby list and fill it with things that you love. Baking, dancing, painting, boxing.
The fact that you are creating this whole list of things to do and having it revolve around decentering men is still centering men in a way, shape, or form. Like, even the fact that you have the word man or men in the title of this makes it about men. Do y'all not realize that? Y'all would be so much better served if you made this the center yourself movement. That would make more sense, right? Because then you wouldn't even have to acknowledge men while talking about what to do. But with this, you're constantly, well, make sure you don't dress for the male gaze. Make sure that you plan this around men. Make sure you don't do this for men. It's still about men. It's not Eden the way you think it's Eden. You're still living your life for men, even if it is to avoid them. You're still doing it. So these people don't know what they're talking about, right? And these type of content creators, they prey on broken women. They prey on women that have lost their way and feel like they need validation from somewhere or somewhere to scapegoat their problems. Oh, my problems are just existing because of men. No, it's because of you. You've been you your whole life. That man was only in your life for this long. It's you, honey. You the problem. And you know, if more people, men and women alike, just look themselves in the mirror and said, I'm the problem, and then go fix the problem by bettering yourself, learning about yourself, and being honest with yourself about your faults and working on those things, going to get therapy, all of these things, you know, the world would be a much better place. But everyone is scapegoating their problems to somebody else so they don't have to deal with themselves. It's cope. You are still censoring men, even if it's in a negative way. It's still all about men. The fact that men is in the title, it's about them. How do I get away from men? You're still talking about them. Create a center yourself movement, and I will be on board with that 1,000%. There's nothing wrong with you pouring into your cups to make sure that you're okay before you start pouring into everybody else. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you guys say it's about getting away from men and leaving men alone, but then every other sentence you have the word man in your sentence, like, you're not getting away from men. You're hyper fixated and obsessed.
Things you love with zero romance required. Have a men-free media month. Watch shows and movies and read books with strong female leads or queer joy.
Like I said, you're still obsessed. Oh, was this made by a man? If it was made by a man, then I need to not read it. Oh, was this made by a woman? Oh, let me read the... Like, you're just adding way too many steps to life. Just go live. Just go live. You're still putting yourself into a box. Stop it. Go live your life. Because right now, this hyper avoidance of men is still censoring them. It's centering them around things you won't do. So now you're not going to read a book just because it was written by a man, even if that book would bring you joy. You're not centering your joy.
Declutter your follows. Unfollow men on social media that do not uplift or inspire you. Mute him. If you're waiting on a text, mute the chat and go live your life. Go on a girls only weekend trip. Make memories that are not tied to any man's presence.
If you've heard anything about these girls trips, y'all know that's a setup. Too many broads getting murked going out with their girlfriends. Okay, she's setting y'all up to get murked. These people act like men are just the cause of all their problems, and that's not the case. That's not the case. Sometimes men do cause problems. I'm not going to say that they don't. They're human. Humans in general cause problems. But if you think that just because you don't center men, whatever the hell that means at this point, that your problems are just going to magically disappear, honey, women cause a lot of problems. Going on that girls trip, you might go there friends and leave in a basket. Let's be so for real here.
Set little rules and challenges for yourself, like go a whole day without speaking about a man. It's harder than it sounds, and it can be very telling.
Especially when all you do is make content about decentering men, and men is used in every other sentence that you espouse. Yes, it's going to be difficult for people like you because you're obsessed. You're obsessed with men. That's why your whole identity is about avoiding them, because you're obsessed.
Build your dream life vision board. No men included unless they're helping fund the vision.
See, I hate this. I hate this so much unless they're funding the vision. Like, you literally reduce them down to just walking ATMs. And then you get mad when men reduce you down to your lady box. Like, I don't understand this. People feel like, oh, well, somebody's wronged me in this way, so now I have to be just like that person and do the same thing, the same objectification. And it's like, no, that's not how you solve a problem. You don't solve a problem by becoming the problem. This is ridiculous. And no wonder men feel the way that they feel. Okay, no wonder they're texting you for 2-3 months before they even want to take you out, because you have women like this that are so hateful and misandrous against men, and then they talk about men as if they're just walking wallets. That's gross. Nobody wants to be reduced down to something so stupid. People are more than that. And just like I would say a woman is more than her lady parts, just like that a man is more than his wallet. Let's be so for real here. Now, am I saying you should date somebody that's dusty? No, men and women alike should not date dusties, because there are dusty women just as there are dusty men. But with that being said, going around and making it all about, oh, well, he needs to be able to fund my vision. Like, what? Girl, fund it yourself. See, men, avoid these bitches, okay? Avoid them. Check out their social media. If they are watching this decenter men content unironically, run. Okay, I watch it to react to it and make fun of it. If they are watching it and they are dead serious, run. That woman is going to terrorize you, okay? Because she's a misandrist. This is nothing but misandry. And that's the problem with everything in society. Whenever there's a problem, there's always overcorrection and then turning it into a brand new problem. And it's not the flex that these girls think it is. Like, you're really setting yourself up to be alone for the rest of your life. I mean, she looks like she's already old, so she's giving advice to younger women to make them just as miserable as she is. Oftentimes, they will give piss poor advice to younger women, especially if they're single and they'll tell you to decenter men all while they're throwing their cat around every younger man they can find, or men their age they can find, while telling younger women, oh, you need to decenter men. Like, these women are so unserious. And really, really, younger ladies, please, 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 please do not let older, bitter women like this lead you astray. Okay, they do not have your best interest at heart. If that woman does not have the life that you want, do not listen to her. If you start out and you want a family and you are family minded, do not listen to bitter, lonely broads. They will lead you nowhere but to bitter land. Okay, they will lead you to be alone and bitter just like them. So this is it's disgusting. I hate to see this, especially as I get older and I see the different season that I'm in with my life. It's gross. Older women, we have a role that we're supposed to play in guiding, but not guiding to the slaughter. What is this?
Get fit and strong. Lift weights, take up martial arts, or train for a race, and watch your confidence skyrocket. Celebrate your wins loudly with a dance, a treat, or a toast to yourself. Cultivate platonic intimacy. Deepen emotional closeness with friends and not just partners. Take up space. Speak up in meetings. Sit with confidence. Do not shrink yourself. Practice disagreeing. Get comfortable saying, I actually don't agree, without softening it for anybody else's comfort. Delete the he might change fantasy, and instead ask yourself, what could I become if I stop waiting?
And see, I have no issue. See, the thing about this is a lot of these things that are on the list are just reasonable things. Like, just stop making it about getting away from men. There are crazy things on the list, like don't take in media from men. But then, like, there are reasonable things like do something that brings you joy. Why do we have to have this conversation and then make it about getting away from men? Just have that conversation by itself. Men don't have to be the villain in every story. Let's be so for real here. You can literally do the things you like in life without it being, I'm getting away from men. Just go do that. Go do the marathon. Go on those platonic dates with your friends, or what I hate even calling it dates. Just go hang out with your friends. Like, it's not that deep. You guys are the ones making this about men, when it could literally just be about yourself. But you're making it so that it's some kind of escape from men when it could just be a doorway to yourself. I hate the programming here because underneath all of that is that breeding zone for misandry, hatred of men, and honestly, lesbianism. I'm sorry. This is a gateway drug to lesbianism at this point. I've heard enough of these women speak that I'm coming to the conclusion with my findings that this is nothing more than a pathway to scissoring with your friend. This is all this is. So if you really are truly trying to decenter a man, just go live your life. You don't need to make it about the man. Just make it about you. Instead of saying decenter men, just say I'm centering myself and leave men out of it. At that point, you're actually decentering men. People like this, they take advantage of lonely women. They take advantage of broken women because they know their broken women will continue to support their content, support them as they lead them to the slaughter, lead them astray. It's sad. It's a sad cycle that goes on with every group that has gone through trauma. I hate seeing people get taken advantage of, but that's just the world that we live in. So you have to protect yourself. You have to protect your mental. Whenever you see something like this, think about it logically because you can do most of these things and it would be good for you. But once you make it about, oh, I'm doing this so I can get away from men, then you're going into it with the wrong energy and it's not going to fulfill you the way that you think it will just because you've poisoned the well. So yeah, this isn't the flex they think it is.